Utah family, what go on? What go on? It's your boy D with a special live edition of Utah. And y'all know how we start off every show. It ain't no me. Without you, baby. Well, let's jump straight into it. It's time to stop being nice. It's time to clean house. It's time to get this pitiful coaching staff that we call a coaching staff at the University of Miami. It's time to go. I've been trying to be supportive of the team. I've tried to be supportive of this whole situation, but we just got a bunch of coaches that I think that are in over their head, and they have no idea on what it is that they're doing. And it's time. It's time to move on. It's definitely time to move on. How do we lose to Duke? How is it that we continue to have coaches that can't make in-game adjustments? It's pitiful. I'm tired of watching it. I heard Michael Pinckney say after the game that we have to give Manny Diaz a chance to be patient. No, we don't. You're patient when you see progress or you see the potential that you're gonna do better. We keep seeing the same thing. We keep seeing a team that is inconsistent. We keep seeing coaches that are inconsistent. It's terrible. And I predicted 24-20. The game 27-17. Duke. How? How is that? It starts at the top. Blake James has got to go. Blake James can take Manny Diaz and the entire coaching staff with him. I'm not making any more excuses for him. No more excuses. It's time. It's time to stop. They gotta go. This is ridiculous. At best, we should have been 9-3, 10-2 this year. There's no way in the hell we should be 6-6, especially losing against teams like FIU and Duke. Duke for the second straight year. This is pitiful. This is pitiful. This is unacceptable. Come on and call up here, man, and let's talk about this. This is Utah. Shout out to my engine, King Judge, KJ Production. Feeling a little under the weather. I hope you get better, brother. Come on, bite. Hurry, bite. It's Utah. Like I said, this is unacceptable. We gotta change, man. We gotta make a change. I got a caller. Coming in. I got a caller. It's Utah. Caller, state your name and where you calling from.
Hey man, this Eddie Lloyd calling from the MIA Miami.
Eddie Lloyd from the MIA Miami. Make my show better. Talk to me, brother. Give me your
Man,
ideas.
man, I just tell you, man, it's just disappointing to see the Canes play the way they play, man. It's just unreal, and something had to happen. And the main thing with the Canes is they need an offensive line, man. No way you can go in the backyard of someone and do that, man. I mean, no way, man. You giving up almost 9 sacks, man. But I can't tell you how many sacks that happened because I turned.
Oh, no, they gave up 9 sacks. Jaron Williams got sacked 7 times. Nicosi Perry got sacked twice. So you was right on point. 9 sacks.
Wow, to me that's unreal because see, I'm a person that I don't watch bad football, and right now I'm here in Miami and it's just bad football. I mean, it's worse enough I got to go through the Dolphins. Now you got to sit up here and go through the University of Miami. The coaching staff need to go. They need to go out and get some good offensive linemen because the Canes do have talent, but yet they don't have no offensive line and they just don't know how to motivate their players.
I mean, it's almost pitiful, man. Like, we get accustomed to thinking that they were doing good the last 4 games. You was thinking that they was coming together, and then they come back. Well, with the exception that a lot of the guys got hurt. I think like 3 offensive linemen got hurt. But like I said, man, it's coaching too, man. Like Dan Enos, man, like his inability to be able to make in-game adjustments are terrible. I mean, you get a 17-12 lead, and then all of a sudden you want to start being conservative with your play calling, and you want to run the ball on first down on every possession to go 3 and out to try to put the defense on the field to win the game. We shouldn't have to keep on leaning on the defense to win games when we got all of this talent on offense. It's ridiculous.
Well, you 100% right because right about now, whatever you say about the Canes, you can't be wrong because they got a lot of holes in their arsenal and they need to clean it up. So they might as well go ahead and play this bowl before Christmas. They can go on and make up a bowl. They need to go down to the Marlins Stadium and play again because they're not going to play a good bowl. And go ahead and get the season over with and just start to recruit because to me, it's just unreal.
I totally agree, man. I mean, at this point, do we even want to go to a bowl? You know what I'm saying? Like, go to a bowl for what? And did you see the comment that Micah Pinckney said that we need to give Manny Diaz time and be patient?
No, we don't need to give Manny Diaz time because I wasn't a fan of Manny Diaz. He should have just went on ahead and took the underhead coaching job, and he should have been out of there. He should have never been in that position. And he's Manny Diaz is what he is. He's a defensive coach. He's not a head coach. And if they can't realize that and they bring that back next week or next year, not next week, next year, we're gonna be in some serious trouble. We're gonna be in serious trouble because we're gonna do the same crap that we very transparent. And when you be transparent, this what you get. And this what Miami gonna continue to get when they do the things that they done today in the last two games.
I totally agree. I totally agree. So my question to you is, do you think that they just replace Manny Diaz, or do you think that we go even higher with the AD and Blake James? Because like I said before, he should have been gone when they got rid of Al Golden. So what do you think?
Well, first of all, I already hear this sound right here. And what's that is? It's a dump truck backing up. You get all that mess out of there. All that mess needs to go because you don't start your turn on one. You tell everything because that really don't make no sense. I love the Kings. I'm going to continue to support them, but no way in the world everybody should go.
Likewise, I totally agree with you, man. Like, just because we're fans, man, and we're tired of being, it's not even being mediocre, man. I mean, it's below average to the point now, man. It's like, it's totally ridiculous, man. And I agree, man. It's time to clean house. I mean, I can't sit here and say that I was mad when they hired Manny Diaz. He wasn't my first pick. Like I said, I wanted Bush Davis, but they went with Manny Diaz. But it's like we're looking at the same thing when Mark Richt was here, whether it's on the offensive side of the ball. Even the defense is taking a step back from last year, man. I mean, we don't even blitz, man. We sit back and want to play zone. We're not even an aggressive defense anymore. And the offense still looked the same when Mark Richt was there. The same conservative play calling. It's terrible.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And then it just getting to the point that if you don't get any offensive linemen, I'm pretty much sure they're gonna keep the coaches. I'm pretty much sure they will, because they're gonna give them another year. But if you don't go out and get offensive linemen to protect all that talent that you have on that team, we're gonna get the same result that we received this year. We need to go up there and get those linemen in Wisconsin, all of them big boys from Minnesota, back in them woods, and then therefore we can start being successful. But if we don't do that, just look for another year of this same crap.
I totally agree. Well, Eddie Lord, I appreciate your phone call, man. Like I say, I know we're gonna continue to be Kane fans, man, because that's who we are, man. But like you say, man, we're gonna stay on their necks, man, and we're gonna demand better out of the team and the coaches, man. So, like I said, I'm gonna continue on my show. I'm tired of it, man, and I think it's time for a change. I'm with you as well, man. So I appreciate the phone call, like always, man. Take care, brother, and don't be a stranger.
Hey, man, with love, man. You keep up the good job, man. And then just like you always in your show, it ain't no me, baby, without you.
That's the
Be
drop.
good, my brother.
All righty, man. You take it easy, man. That's Eddie Lord from the MIA. That's Eddie Lord from the MIA. He had some points, man. It's definitely, man, time, man. We're probably going to have to clean house, man. And I agree with him, man. They're not going to fire Manny Diaz after 1 year. They're going to make an excuse, man, as far as, it's his first year and yada, yada, yada. And we got to give him time to bring his recruits in. But at the same time, man, just like we're sitting here, we're giving him more time. As we're giving him more time, we're seeing recruits decommit by the day. We've already had like 10 recruits to decommit. And I don't care, because we had a couple of guys that signed 2 days ago. It doesn't matter, man. Like players are not gonna want to come here, man, with this type of production, man. This lack of production, should I say? We got another caller calling in. It's you talk. It's you call. Caller, state your name and where you calling from. It's you talk. Caller, state your name and where you calling from.
Hey, this Jamal, man, from Avon Park, Florida.
Jamal
What,
from
what, what?
Avon Park, Florida. Make my show better, brother. Talk to us.
Hey, man, I told you the other day, Friday, I just want to see a good competitive game. I did think that Miami was going to win in a close one, but I didn't think they was going to lose by 10 points, man. It's disgusting to see, and, I feel bad for you, man, because I know you're passionate about the Canes, man, and you're my best friend, man. But I told you from the get-go that I didn't like Manny Diaz
You did.
as your head coach.
You did. You did. It's just like I told the last caller, man. I can't sit here and say I wasn't a fan of Manny Diaz, man. I was campaigning for Bush Davis to get the job when Mark Rick left, but they ended up hiring Manny Diaz, and I wasn't opposed to it. But it's like we always talk about, man. I think that now the moment is clearly too big for him. For all of these coaches, they seem like they're in over the head, and they don't have a clue about what they're doing. And I tried to stay supportive throughout this, man. But like I said, now it's definitely time, man. I don't care if it's one season. It you gotta clean house. I mean, you know,
And I mean, it's not one season either, man. I mean, I know he wasn't the head coach when Mark Richt was there, but he was there. That's some of the same spillover. You
yeah,
got to clean house.
you're right.
You got to clean house. And when I say you got to clean house, I mean you got to get rid of the athletic director too,
Yeah,
because clearly he don't know football either.
yeah, and he should have been gone a long time ago when Al Golden was there, and and he absolutely don't know. I mean, it's like it's time, man. It's time to get everything from out of there, and it's time to start over. And like I said, I'm sick of some of these players as well too, man. I'm tired of seeing some of the same lack of effort that's being given out there on the field. Let's get some of these guys on out of here. Let's get some new blood. I'm tired of all of it, man. Like it's pitiful, man. Like I said earlier, man, you're 6-6 now. You lost to a team that was 4-7. Now they're 5-7. At best, man, we should have been 9-3 or either 10-2 this year. And here it is, you're staring 6-6 in the face. I mean, just unacceptable, man. Below average, you know, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. And these and
When we sat there and watched the Florida game, we watched the Florida game, and we say, "Oh man, they clean up their tackling. Man, look at him. It'll be something to deal with." And I really thought that Miami was gonna be like a 9-3 or 8-4. I thought they were gonna be right round up and down. I never predicted a 6-6.
6-6, and like I said, the coaches, man, like they continue, man. It's like they're not even getting better throughout the season, man. It's like I say, the inability to make in game adjustments. It's like wow, man. Like you put you put Nkosi Perry in the second half when you saw he should have been in. He should have been in the beginning of the second half. He waited all the way to the end of the third quarter, midway through the third quarter, to put Nkosi in the game, man. I mean, Dan Enos has no idea on how to stop the bleeding, and he don't know how to make adjustments, man, during the game. It's pitiful.
I mean, in games like that, and you got a dual quarterback, and you got one that can be mobile and one that pass better. it was clearly that you needed a mobile quarterback in this game. You got three offensive linemen out. I mean, You got three offensive linemen out, and I mean, you didn't have it protected all season. So I mean, what made you think that you were going to be able to protect better this game than all the other games?
Agreed.
You need somebody mobile.
Agreed. I totally agree 100%, man. I mean, it's embarrassing to be a Miami Hurricane, man. It is, man. And like I said,
I'm sitting here watching the game, and I'm saying, well, dog, why in the world they doing play action? They run ain't fooling nobody. I mean, they ain't respecting the run. So, I mean, why are they doing play action? And he's sitting here still play action, and they coming right up the gut, sacking the quarterback. I mean, it's sad, man.
it is sad, man. It is sad, man. I mean, like you said, though, man. I mean, we talk about this all the time as well. You know, sometimes coaches are who they are. Manny Diaz is a defensive coordinator. He's not a head coach. Dan Enos was a quarterbacks coach coming from Alabama. He's not an offensive coordinator, and it's clearly showing week in and week out with these coaches' inability to get these guys prepared to play in these games, man, to be consistent. It's terrible.
I mean, I'm just sad at the fact that Miami had an opportunity to go out and get a coach, and you got you got an athletic director that make a decision because he's friends with this man's father. So, in being friends with this man's father, you go out and pick this guy. It got to be totally because of that. Because I mean, you had plenty better coaches out there that would have took the job,
and that were more qualified. You know, that was proven winners that had, you know, more experience. And I totally agree, man. But, you know, somebody's going to have to put their foot down and get rid of Blake James, the athletic director. And that's where it starts at, because he does all of the hiring. And until they do that, man, Miami's going to continue to suffer, and the program is going to continue to suffer. So, you know, it's not a player or a coach that comes before that you, man. And that's what they need to keep in mind, man, because right now, with the product that they put out on the field, man, is unacceptable, man. But Jamal Davis, man, I want to thank you, man, for your phone call, man. I appreciate you calling into the show, man, and continue to call in, man. Don't be a stranger.
All right, man.
All right, man. Take it easy. Yep. That was Jamal Davis, man, from Avon Park, Florida. Shout out to Avon Park, Florida. Shout out to Sebring, Florida. Shout out to the North Georgia Canes chapter in Canton. Shout out to all of my group members. I know it's a disappointing loss for everybody, man, but like I said, with Cane fans, I'm going to continue to support. But what I'm not going to do is continue to support, you know, this regime that we got in charge of the program, man. And like I say, man, we got to get rid of the athletic director. It's time to stop being nice. We got to call it what it is, man. The coaches, the athletic director, they are underachieving. It's time to clean house. Like I said, we got to stop all of this buddy stuff. Whether it's guys, like I said, with this CPT, this charity playing time, man, with these guys some of these guys that shouldn't even be on the field with these blown assignments. I mean, it's time just for a whole new makeover, man. It's time to get these coaches out of here, man. It is, man. It's unacceptable, man. 6-6. 6-6. We've lost to Duke 2 consecutive years. Inexcusable, man. It's unacceptable. There's no reason why we should be losing to Duke and FIU. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. So, you know, if that makes me be less than a Kane fan because I'm not in favor of the coaching staff anymore, then it is what it is. But it's time for him to go. It's time for a change. It's time to stop being nice, and all Kane fans need to stand up. They need to stand up, man. You know, this is terrible, man. This is terrible. Like I say, I don't want to hear no excuses about it was raining and the conditions were bad. Duke played in the same game that we were playing in, and Duke made plays when they had to make plays. So I'm not trying to hear nothing about it was raining and it was bad conditions, man. So I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of the excuses. They're saying give Manny Diaz time. Give him time for what? Give him time to keep letting recruits decommit from the program? No, not at all, man. It's time for these guys to go. It's time for them to go. It's you talk. Shout out to my engine, KJ Production, King Judge. What's up, boy? But like I said, shout out to Rayshawn Evans. Shout out to Eric Tate. Shout out to Jordan Love. Shout out to Danielle Carroll. Shout out to Daryl Love. But yeah, man, definitely, man. Shout out to Chad Lewis. I'm tired, man. As a Miami Hurricane fan, I'm tired of watching the same thing every year, man. I mean, we're sitting here about to watch Virginia play Clemson in the ACC championship, and we beat Virginia. And I don't understand, man. I don't get it. But we supposed to be patient. No, not at all. I mean, Dan Enos. I'm talking about, like, Jamal made a good point. We're running play action for what? Play action for what? When they're not even respecting the run. He still got Jarren Williams underneath the center, knowing that we got 3 offensive linemen that have been knocked out of the game, and we're still running play action for what? Why don't you take him out from underneath the center and put him in shotgun? Why don't we run more screens in the second half to try to slow down the pass rush? Why don't you get in the spread offense to try to slow down the defense? No, you want to stay up underneath the center and let this man take 7 sacks. It's ridiculous. Then Kosi Perry, then you want to bring him in the game and try to play captain save a quarterback. No. You should be able to prepare for a team and understand that Jarren Williams, man, is a good quarterback when he has time. I like Jarren Williams, but it is what it is. Jarren Williams is not athletic. He's not mobile. Jarren Williams can't get away from nobody. So Jarren Williams needs to be in the shotgun. And how is it that you're supposed to be an offensive coordinator, but you can't see the same things that we're seeing? I don't understand that. And Kosi should have been in the game way faster than you put him in. I mean, it's terrible, man. Like, no in-game adjustments. And Blake Baker, don't even let me get started on him. Blake Baker, man, our defense was aggressive the last 2 years, 2 to 3 years when we had Joe Jackson, when we had Jared Willis, when we had all of those guys on the edge, man. I mean, now we don't even blitz. We want to drop back into a zone, and we want to drop 8 men back in coverage and still give up 3rd and 16, 3rd and 17. I mean, it's terrible, man. It's not acceptable, man. It's terrible. It's time to clean house. It's definitely time to clean house. I couldn't wait till Monday, man. It's just a sad day to be a Hurricane. Sad day to be a Hurricane. All Miami Hurricanes should be mad. You shouldn't want to accept this. You shouldn't want to accept this. We shouldn't want to give Manny no more time. No. Manny looks lost. Manny look like he don't have a clue. It's time for Manny to go. It's time for Dan Enos to go. It's time for him to take the whole coaching staff with him. We got a clean house. And I like Taylor Stubblefield. I like the wide receivers coach. I do. But, again, you got to clean out everything. We got to get rid of all of this mess, man. It's time to start over. It's you talk. Call up here if you got something to say, man. I want to hear your opinion. This is my opinion. I want to hear yours. Like I said, it's a sad day to be a Hurricane. It is. And then they're talking about a bowl game. A bowl game for what? For what? To get there, man, and probably play somebody like Liberty or somebody to beat us. Nah. Well, we don't want. I don't want to go to a bowl. What we need to be doing is worried about trying to figure out what's going to be our next move at trying to get this athletic director out of here and this coaching staff from out of here. That's what we need to be doing. We don't want to go to no bowl game to get beat. We didn't. I mean, going to a bowl game for what, at 6-6? For what? You don't deserve to go to a bowl game. For what? No. Go to a bowl game for what? I don't know, man. This is ridiculous, man. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Duke, second straight year, we've lost to Duke. Really? Duke. FIU last week. Then we come out. We're not even aggressive on offense. We come out, first 3 possessions. We run the ball on first down. So predictable. Really? You don't even try to help your quarterback out. You don't even try to help your quarterback. You get up underneath the center, 3 straight possessions on first down, and you run the ball. And then we get behind the chains, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 13. And yet, when everybody in the arena know we're going to throw the ball, you expect for the offensive line that's already beat up for these young guys to come in here that ain't played all year to hold a block. Stupid. This is dumb, man. Dumb coaches. Dumb coaches. That's what it is. It's time to stop being nice. It's time to call it what it is. That's what it is. We don't have a coaching staff. And like I said, I'm not exonerating the players. I mean, we got players that needs to be gone too, man. I'm tired of watching some of these players that ain't giving 100% effort. Some of these seniors. I seen some guys just running up into the hole, not even wanting to make the tackle. So I seen bad technique from a lot of guys. It's terrible, man. It's terrible as a team. It's terrible as a program. Well, we got to watch week in and week out with this inconsistent play. Sick of it, man. Sick of it. On my show, we going in every week, and it ain't going to stop just because it's the last game of the season. We going every week, and we'll have something to talk about every week on my show, whether it's recruiting, and I'm going to continue to call out this below average coaching staff that we got. So you're going to hear my big mouth a lot, so you better get used to it if you tune in to Utah, because we're going to give it to them. Shout out to Avon Paul. Shout out to Atlanta, Georgia. Like I said, we're going to go in. This is terrible, but like I said, at the end of the day, man, I'm still a Cane fan regardless. Just not going to accept mediocrity. Not going to do it. Not gonna accept it anymore, man. These coaches, I'm gonna call them out, and these players, I'm gonna call them out. Miami, like I said, we're trying to get back to prominence, and this coaching staff and this regime is not gonna be the ones that's gonna get us back there. So let's cut our ties, man, while we can. And like Eddie Lloyd said, I know they're not gonna fire him after one season, but they should. But I mean, keep him for what? Just because it's his first year? So, I mean, we're going to just bypass the fact that, I mean, we just went 6-6 when this should have been a 9-3 or a 10-2 season at best. So we're just supposed to disregard that, and just because it's his first year, give him another chance. So, like I say, I'm in favor of giving another chances when you see the progress and you see the team trending up. I don't see that. I don't see this team going anywhere. I don't see this team doing nothing other than what they've done the whole season, and that's be inconsistent, whether it's the players or whether it's the coaches. So, like I said, man, I mean, you listening to a disgusted Hurricane fan right now at the program and at the players' lack of assertiveness to want to go out here and to want to finish strong. I mean, you would think that it's the last game of the season. You would think that they would have came out with more fire and wanted to come out here and play hard and put on a good show for the fans and just for the program in itself. Like I said, this affects more than just the program. This affects recruiting. I mean, it's terrible, man. Who would want to come and play for this, man? Like, really? I mean, if I had a child that was coming out of school, I definitely wouldn't want him to go to Miami. Definitely. So, I mean, this is terrible, man. This just a bad look all the way around for the program. All the way around. So I couldn't wait till Monday. To come on and talk about this, man. Like I said, we're gonna come back on Monday again, man. We're gonna talk about it some more. So, like I said, Hurricane fans, I'm a stand support because I'm a fan and I love the U. I bleed green and orange. But from this point forward, we going in. We're going in on these coaches. We're going in every chance we get. It's time for a change. So, like I said, man, until Monday, man, y'all know how we start every show and how we finish every show. It ain't no me without you, baby. And I'm out.